So this week's video is somehow related or somewhat related to my first video. In my first video, I talk about the rising price of cell phone plans in Canada. And because of the rising prices, I don't have any data. And because I have no data, when I'm taking my 40-minute bus ride home, I'm very often bored. So this week I decided, you know what? I'm going to download a game. I haven't really downloaded games probably since high school. So I was like, I'm going to go on the App Store, look for some games to play on the bus. And that inspired my topic for this week, which is in-app purchases. So when you're on the App Store, way more apps are free. Where I remember many apps a couple years ago a lot of the good ones were 99 cents or $2. But now the majority of the apps, the basic versions at least, are free. And if you look through the free section of the store, the App Store, you can find just tons and tons of really, really good games. So I went out, saw Angry Birds. So Angry Birds 2, I downloaded it. And I was blown away with the amount of times that I was asked to make in-app purchases. The amount of times it was suggested, the amount of times there was advertisements, the amount of times I could skip an ad if I had this many gems. And it was very different from the way app game or iPhone games were a number of years ago. And I think the core of this, the way that they do it is through cutting down on time. So what happened on Angry Birds was that after a certain amount of time or a certain amount of tries, I couldn't play anymore, and I had to wait 5 minutes for my characters to recharge. But if I pay 99 cents, I get 20 gems or something like this, and I spend 10 gems, and it'll fast forward that amount of time. So this is genius, but also very annoying as a consumer, but genius as a game developer, where you get people hooked on the game, but then you take away their ability to play, and then they're going to want to spend money to be able to play again. So it was very interesting to see this. Another prime example is, I think it's called Fire Age or something like that, but there's tons and tons of advertisements for games like this that are strategy games. Another one is the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger is the advertising guy. And all these games are free, but you can tell they're dumping millions of dollars on their ad campaigns. And where they're making money is those in-app purchases. If you want to build a command center, instead of waiting 10 hours, you can cut that time in half if you get 20 tokens, which costs $10, right? So I looked up a little bit of stats, and what I found was that from this statistics were coming from 2011 to 2017. It said in 2011 there was over $700 million spent in revenue through in-app purchases, and that number leaped up. In 2017, it's projected that it'll be 36 billion. So that's going from 700 million to 36 billion. That's a huge, huge leap. And then there's another little part of the study saying that in 2014, 85% of app users did in-app purchases, and then 2016 it was 91%. Right, so it's just a huge amount of changes in the way that mobile games are making money. And I don't think it's going to slow down, because obviously they're making a lot of money through this strategy of in-app purchases, having interesting and frustrating strategies that really push consumers and players to spend more and more money through in-app purchases.